My name is Lisa Marie G. I am a wife, a mother and a professional photographer. I trained as a journalist and worked in newspapers for several years before moving into charity PR, and that was when I had my nervous breakdown. And since then I have worked in bits and pieces of jobs until I became a photographer.
What are your mental health challenges?
Well, I have a history of depression going back to the age of 20, which was about a year after my dad died. I'm not going to go into the whys and wherefores of what caused it all, but suffice to say I've had several bouts of depression on and off over the years, resulting in a full breakdown in 2003 when I had to give up my career working for a charity, a job that I'd originally absolutely loved but just became far too much for me. I had to come home and be nursed back to health by my mum, and then eventually in the intervening 14 years I've rebuilt my life, got married, had 2 children, suffered from postnatal depression after both pregnancies, and I still suffer from depression now. I have spent the last 2.5 years full-time on medication, and I've finally come to terms and fully accept the fact that I function best when I'm on antidepressant medication. A couple of years ago I realised there's nothing to be ashamed of there. Why should I be? It's a physical illness like any other, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. A couple of years ago I wrote a blog announcing to the world that I suffered from depression, which was sparked by the Time to Change campaign, and I was really pleased with the response that blog got and the positive feedback that I got from people, and the number of people who got in touch with me to say that they'd suffered too. I'd always been quiet about it. People that I'd known for years and never knew that they had a history of depression. So I think it's very important that those of us who are strong enough stand up and tell the world that there is life after mental illness.
How would you describe the positive effects or benefits that mental health issues have had for you?
Well, the biggest influence that it's had on positive influence it's had on my life is that if I hadn't have had a breakdown and stopped what I was doing, I probably would still be a driven, single-minded, single career woman with no children. It was only when I stopped and had some breathing space that I realised that what I actually wanted from life wasn't to be a high flyer, it was to be a mum. And that's the best thing that ever happened to me. And through that, I picked up a camera for the first time in years to photograph my children, and gradually ended up with the career of my dreams that otherwise would never have been possible. And I also think it has made me a more compassionate and caring person, more understanding, more patient, and all of those help me in my roles as wife, mother and photographer.
And if you had one piece of advice for somebody struggling with their own mental health issues, what would it be?
If you're watching this now and you are suffering in silence, please tell somebody. Doesn't matter who you tell, just tell somebody. The worst thing you can do if you've got mental health issues is to bottle it up. That's when crisis comes. Get it out there, be brave, talk about it. There are so many people out there who want to help. Just ask for help.